Oh, just laughing. Sorry, look at the MMA memes again.
Yo, the MMA community is deadly.
You are absolute nutters. Yo, welcome. King's Court MMA UFC 305 review show.
Come on.
Taking place on Sunday, August the 18th, at the RAC Arena, Perth, Australia. Headliner, Dricus Du Plessis versus Izzy Adesanya. Here we go. Middleweight title bout.
Yes.
What you saying, Mardy? Oh, my bad. I'm your guy, Obasogi.
I'm your guy, Mardy.
Yo, what you saying?
Woo!
About that middleweight.
The return of
How long's Izzy been out for?
It's not that long. It was early this year, wasn't it? Or was it? Because it was early this year, I'm sure. I think it might be maybe like 4 or 5 months.
Because the whole talk of him, like...
taking time out.
You are wrong. His last fight was Strickland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
September the 10th, 2023. It's almost a year.
Where
did you imagine that is? In your head, Izzy's fought again. He hasn't fought since then.
Flipping heck. Oh, yeah, fair dues. So he's been out for a while now, nearly a year he's been out for.
Yeah, but pretty much by the time he fights, it's, 11 months.
Fair play. And you know what? Yeah, he's deserved that break.
He needed
that break. He did.
Facts.
But I'm excited now.
Yeah.
I'm excited because just the way, the motivation and just the atmosphere that Izzy's coming out into. He's got belts. He doesn't care about belts. He's coming for heads. It's type of like the concentration and the motivation that Izzy came back for on the MMA rematch against Pereira. It was a different Izzy we saw there. I think this is going to be a dangerous Izzy. I think this is going to be an Izzy that's prepared. And an Izzy that's prepared and dangerous puts on exciting fights. And Dricus has proven.
I'm hearing he's weighing like 238 or something like that. I'm hearing he's big.
Stop it. He's been looking big actually.
I can't remember where I heard it, but I'm hearing that like Izzy's putting weight. So the talk is about him having a break to go on a cycle. Because when he went, remember he went for the double champ, and he
didn't put
couldn't put the weight on.
Yeah, he didn't put on.
He came in underweight.
Yeah,
I remember.
He was eating pizza on the scales.
Yeah, exactly. So I've seen talk online. I'm just saying, I'm not, allegedly that Izzy took a break, went on a cycle. How can my man? I think Chelsonin was talking about it. DC was talking about it, and then they were talking about it, but not talking about the cycle, but kind of going, this is a guy who's never been able to put weight. Or maybe he's just been enjoying life that much. Like hint, hint, wink, wink.
Nah, man. Nah. Especially with this day and age now that, again, not USADA, but the commission, whoever the commission is in terms of doping agencies, they're all over fighters. They're all over fighters. Like, no, I don't think he's still in the testing pool, so he'll still get tested. So, no, let's just cut that crap. Let's just cut that crap.
Okay.
Again, that's not coming from any specific knowledge, but just my feeling around it. But if he's coming in heavy, that's good. Because actually I've been seeing him in some of the interviews he's been doing. He's looking a lot bigger. Fair play to him. And, that was one of the things that Dricus came out and said in terms of, actually, when they faced off, he's not that much bigger and I'm bigger than him. Like, I can bully him. Yeah. It seemed like they had not an altercation, they had some training back in, was it Thailand or something, several years ago. And Dricus said that he manhandled them. And as he said, he put it on me there, like in terms of wrestling. So I think maybe if Dricus is going off that and off the Strickland fight, which was the last fight that Izzy had, I think that he's going to be in for a tougher fight than he's expecting. But we've seen Izzy exposed in a sense that he's exposed by someone that's not Pereira. And that's something that we've not seen before. And Strickland opened up many areas that Izzy can be exploited. And Dricus is probably the man that can do that even more. But has he got the same type of awkwardness as Strickland in terms of boxing style?
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
He can have that pressure coming forward, but the way that Strickland came up to just meet the leg up just to block those leg kicks and stuff, Dricus doesn't have that same approach. So I think maybe Dricus is there open to receiving more of those shots and strikes. So interesting what you're saying.
First and foremost, I'm not making a pick right now.
Okay.
I think I need to look closely at the camps and see how the preparation is going. I haven't had any time to do that yet because it's been all about 304.
Yeah,
and this is 305. So I want to get closer to getting a gut feel based on what I can see with my eyes. Ring rust is a thing, or maybe a year isn't ring rust, but again, that's kind of in the back of my head a little bit. Has Izzy still got that? And I get your point about him coming not for belts but for heads. But the guy's comfortable now. Is he now so comfortable where not Conor comfortable, but and I get it, is he immigrant mentality, this is what drives us as was it Joe Rogan's mate Joey Diaz or whatever he says on the podcast. I love that, by the way. So yeah, I need to see. I just need to see more. I just need for me to make my pick. I want it to be prime Izzy. I want Izzy to be back at his best.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm still really, and I know Dana alluded to it again because he was asked the questions recently. I still very much want to see a UFC in Africa. And Izzy solidifies that if he gets the belt back. But even if Dricus maintains it, Dana has said, and I like this. Do you know what? I know we had a discussion on camera about Dana and how he's been getting your nerves lately. But I do like what Dana said recently, maybe even last week, where he was like, he's counting the UFC South Africa separate to a UFC Africa. So he's like, Africa's...
I didn't hear that.
No, he's saying South Africa's too predictable. He goes, we'll do a South Africa, but we'll also do it Africa. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, so he already conceded that. I was going, you went to Africa, but did you really go to Africa? You went to South Africa. But he still wants to do something in the diaspora outside of the obvious South Africa, which is always everyone's first. Like the World Cup first, South Africa. Rugby World Cup first, South Africa. Yeah. So he's like, that's too obvious. That's too predictable. I want to also do in the heart of Africa. So
that's interesting.
Aside by that, more chance that's going to happen if Izzy has the belt.
Yeah, that's
put it bluntly.
True. Yeah. Otherwise, they're just going to go to South Africa and they'll do a card there.
Yeah.
Which is great, but yeah, as you said, it's not the central heart of the diaspora. But yeah, it is contingent on that. I'm really excited. I am. I don't think I've been this excited for a fight in a while. It's just specifically, obviously, because I've got my favourites in UFC. Izzy's probably my favourite fighter, and the return of him is something that I'm just waiting for. And I just think the hunger is still there. And talk about him maybe being at the end of his career. Drick has alluded to it in terms of when they had a press conference, hey, he's taking up golf there. Golf is a retirement sport.
An old man sport.
It's an old man sport. I'm going to send you back to the golf course.
Yeah,
he said, you've done what you needed to do. There, and I like that.
Yeah.
But I think Izzy's still got a chip on his shoulder. Even the city that he resides, the country that he resides in now in New Zealand, they still don't really accept those guys that are doing mixed martial arts over there as like proper athletes. They don't get any like recognition from the government still to this day. They were vilified during COVID in terms of not being allowed to train and stuff like that. So I think there's certain things that still give Izzy that motivation, that chip on his shoulder to go in and prove that he's once again and still the daddy of the middleweight division.
Lovely. So if you're picking Izzy.
I'm saying with you, I'm not picking at the moment in time, but I think maybe
you're leaning towards Izzy.
I think in any of my pick, I ain't ever gonna pick against Izzy.
Yeah.
So
fair dues. That is the main event. We got co-main Kai Kara France versus your favourite personality and character, Steve Erceg.
He's funny, Erceg, man. Like he's not a real person, but he's a real person.
But fair dues to him having the title shot, being ranked number 10, losing and going up to 7. That's credit.
Yeah.
That's good credit. Like he's gone up 3 places with a loss.
Yeah, it's true.
That's big.
That's probably because Mo's been kicked out of the
ranking. We've covered that.
But I mean, that fight was close.
Yeah,
it was close. I did still think he won it.
Who?
Pantoja.
Okay.
But I think it was only just, basically. So I think his stock went up, and his stock obviously went up because he's their number 7 now. So fair play to him doing that. This fight's a tasty fight. This is New Zealand versus Australia. Kai Kara France, again, he was robbed in his last fight against Albazi. My word. He should have won that fight, but the judges completely robbed him as well. So people can talk about both of them potentially being robbed because the fights were so close. Again, I think both of them probably 1 or 2 fights away from a title shot. Especially as we talked about in our other pod, that Pantoja is really on his way to clearing out that division.
Yeah.
You know, we needed new blood there. There is some new blood coming in. Kai Kara France hasn't faced Pantoja for the title, I don't believe. I don't think he's even had a title shot, Kai Kara France. He's been so close, but...
That's the thing, that's what annoys me. Like, he always gets within, like, 1 fight away and then falls away.
The Moreno fight, yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the kick.
A kick, yeah. Oh, but that was a kick and a half, though. One of Bruner's kicks.
Yeah, I just feel like Erceg's got his number somehow. I don't know why. I got feeling. I think Kai Kara France is going to be one of those unlucky UFC fighters who just never kind of crosses the line with it. I just get that vibe, that feeling, like just unlucky.
That's a shame.
A bit like Dustin.
But that's been to the top.
Yeah.
And just never
quite unlucky. So, I think Erceg, because of all the positive momentum and what he would have learned from fighting Pantoja, I just think he's got way more probably confidence in his arsenal, and that recent exposure to fighting the best is only going to sharpen him.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I think he just wants to get there again, effectively. Like I said, it was a very good scrap. So
definitely,
I really like Kai Kara France. I love that whole camp. I just think Erceg is gonna do it. So if I was to make a pick now, I'm making my pick. I think Erceg will. I'm not going to say how, but again, maybe I'll drop the how again once I watch the camps and stuff. But I think Erceg's got this one in the bag.
I think I actually do agree with you. Actually, looking at both of the last fights, I think Erceg has more ways to finish the fight. Even on the ground, he's the scrambles that he had with Pantoja were good. His stand up, he's very awkward. He comes from a different perspective as well. But the number one thing as well, I think they've known about each other for a while. I think I think he's been there for one of Kai Kara France's fights and
early days and stuff like that. I heard them saying this in the press conference.
Yeah, and I think the good thing about CKB, Eugene, and all those guys is they can put a game plan together that is good to beat someone. Yeah, and I think if they can get that right, then we may see a Kai Kara France win. But again, another great fight there. Can't wait to see it.
And then we got Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. Ooh, just please, just please. Oh,
scrap!
Wow,
this is going to be a scrap. Stand and bang.
Wow, I like that a lot.
Dan Hooker is one of those guys now that he's just there for scraps.
He's just there for vibes.
Just there for vibes.
I'm not here for no belts.
Yeah.
I'm not here to I'm here to fight basically. I just like fighting. If I'm not injured, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
When I'm injured, sometimes I even fight with a broken bone, a fracture or two. You know, I'll fight. I'll fight at 60%. I'll fight at 70%. I'll just fight.
He's crazy, man.
I just fight.
He's crazy, man.
With his blonde hair, looking like looking like a US soccer player, women's team. That's it. Rapino. Gamrot's 5 in a lightweight rankings. Hooker's 11.
Ooh, so Gamrot. Okay, so if Gamrot wins this is again a guy around another one Paddy could possibly face, you know.
That's a good point. Oh my gosh, imagine Dan Hooker versus Paddy.
That's a fight I want to see.
I kind of want to see that.
That's a fight I want to see.
Oh, but he's got up my Carno because my Carno's 10. But if Hooker wins, if Hooker wins,
and the Paddy's like, I want you, son.
Oh,
I don't know what accent. Yeah, that was like a
come on, lah.
That's it.
You would go lah.
That
would be, I kind of want to see that. This is good.
Good shout. Let us know what you think about that potential fight. Paddy versus
I would love Hooker to win because that would set up something down the line, Paddy wise. But if I had to make a pick now, I'm going Gamrot. I think Gamrot, the ground game in the wrestling is going to be so awkward for Hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I can see it being...
I know Hooker's long and all the rest of it. I can just see him getting mauled, and Gamrot just literally allowing him.
Yeah.
Literally allowing him up. Just not letting him get off. That's the new one. I'm going to allow you up.
Verily Dunker, you know. But yeah, that is true. But I think Gamrot can have some success on the feet.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. It will be a just bleed fight, I think.
Just bleed.
Bleed fight.
We can't have it too floor heavy because we want to see blood.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah. And then we got you want to play with the big boys? We got Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Rosenstrike.
Oh gosh. This is just gonna be
Bam Bam always do this to him. Tuivasa just like he loves it. He's there killers. He just loves killers, doesn't he?
He is.
Jeez,
my word! Apparently, he was training with Alex Pereira. Apparently, as well. Yeah, I think he was in Dubai.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Oh gosh.
Wow. Which apparently has given Alex confidence that he can move up to heavyweight. But again, Bam's a striker. Bam's a striker.
Yeah.
But these guys, they don't mess around. Rosenstrike KOs people. Bam Bam KOs people. I think this is a card just for the fans. I think
this is a good card. This is a good card. Honestly,
you know. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much technique. No offense to both of those guys.
It's not going to last.
It's not going to last
long. I would be shocked if it gets to the end of round 2. I'll be like, what's going on here?
100%.
If it gets out of 1, I'll be like, okay, that was good. Someone's head's getting chopped off in 2 though. Like, I would put money if I was a betting man that I want to say in round 1, but they're also quite durable.
Oh yeah.
They both can take a hit.
Oh yeah.
I can see someone getting rocked. Probably both of them being rocked in round 1, getting out of round one somehow, and then 2, someone's just getting floored and not getting up again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that as well. And
I really like Bam Bam because it's at home, the crowd, the energy. Shoeies galore. Oh my gosh. And I want the crowd to have something like to create a pop to. And you know, Bam Bam loves the song. He loves it. He loves the tune. He loves the tune.
Twain with Barbie Girl.
Beggar Boys. Oh, absolute bangers. So
yeah.
For that reason, I would love Bam Bam to do it. But I think Rosenstrike also needs that consistency of just winning because he seems to be a little bit like Bam Bam, where win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I think he's on a bit of a win streak at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
I'm biased. I want the crowd. You don't want the crowd to be too deflated going into the main event as well. I want them pumped. You want them pumped for your guy.
It's true, and you know one of the reasons as well. I want Ty to do it is because Ty, when we were talking about him, Ty was in the top 5 at one point, and he was banging with those big guys. I want to see that resurgence of Ty because when Ty's in those fights, it's entertaining. I would like to, even though we know how we go, I'd like to see a Ty versus Tom Aspinall. Even though we know it's not going to happen, I would love to see that because even the build-up is going to be great, the press conferences are going to be great, the fight will be great as well.
Obviously, we talked about Tom Aspinall gone in 60 seconds. I believe that the world record 100-meter record by Usain Bolt is 9.59. So you want to see a 9.59?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
You want to
that.
see the 100 meter sprint beaten. You want to see the 100-meter record. You want to see Usain Bolt's record done by Tom Aspinall. Nah. Don't be lamb to the slaughter, man. Allow it. Like, don't be doing that.
It's like when England are in the World Cup or in the Euros, you know, we have that it's coming home feeling vibe.
No, you do. Viva España!
No.
Viva España!
To be honest, everybody forgot what Paddy did there, to be honest. Everybody forgot that at all. But yeah, I think I had that same, it was nostalgic. When for me, Ty was run into that for that title when he was fighting Cyril Garner as the number 1 contenders fight.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It was crazy. I loved that. I was in that momentum.
Literally 2 years ago.
That's
nuts, isn't
2022. And I want to be around there to see that run of Ty again. I think the heavyweight division has moved a bit past him at the moment in time, but he can do it. And I want to see that. So I want a Ty Tuivasa win. I want him to be on the stage, on the cage, like a Stone Cold, people throwing in beers. That's what I want. So,
gosh.
That's it. Let's see how that one goes.
And if you haven't already seen this guy, sometimes he gets a bit lost in the sauce, i.e. he's shadow boxing at the Co-op Arena at 6 a.m. on the weekend. No comment. If any coaches out there would like to take him on, I think he could be a real middleweight prospect. Cool. Some quick honourable mentions, because to be honest, the card is stacked and we could be here all day. Let me see. We got Junior Taffa.
Ooh.
He's on the card against Volta Walker.
Okay, heavyweight again.
Heavyweight, yeah.
The Taffa brothers, they just bang.
You got
and bang.
Jing Liang versus Carlos Prates at welterweight. You got he's in the camp as well. Josh Carabao versus Ricardo Ramos.
That's it. I think we have as well. What's her name?
Casey. Yep, she's next.
Casey O'Neill.
I think she's coming off a loss, isn't she? A big loss.
Yeah.
Casey O'Neill versus Tuivasa Bleeder from Czechoslovakia.
Home crowd for her as well.
Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns, so Gilbert Burns' brother.
It is as well.
Yep. That's featherweight bout.
Okay.
Tom Nolan versus Alex Reyes at lightweight. Not familiar with either gents' work, so I need to do some research. Song Keenan versus Ricky Glenn at welterweight. And Stuart Nickel. No. Anyway, what was that?
Is it Josh Aguilar, maybe?
Stuart Nickel versus Jesus Aguilar at flyweight. Cool.
No, Jack Della Maddalena?
I think he's injured.
Is he injured?
Yes.
Yeah. I was about to say.
He's injured. Because when they were talking about welterweight prospects, they were saying they were putting his name in the mix, but he is injured. His name was in the mixer. Yeah.
Welterweight's the most stacked division. It's the most stacked division.
Welterweight's a bit of fun.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Some quick ending with some quick bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland. How do I put this? So yeah, Bilal. I'm gonna try and remember this word for word. Bilal looks like the kind of person as to why I get stopped at airports for shoe bombs. Something along those lines. Wow, just wow. I saw that and I was like, no, you didn't. No, we didn't.
Directly after he just won the world.
Yeah.
Sean. That guy needs to be stopped.
Absolute nuisance. Absolute nuisance.
Yeah, that's it. He's a nuisance, man.
But oh my gosh, there was a brawl at the end of 304.
Oh yes,
Bilal's team. Apparently that was the teams. That was Leon Edwards' team directly versus Bilal's team. There was chairs getting thrown and so on. Yeah, it was going off. I was more worried about Volk because Volk was just stood there, and I was like, "Is he gonna be okay?" Little Volk.
Volk has been in the middle of all this.
Honestly,
there was a scrap in the fight hotel.
On Volk's YouTube channel, he said there was more behind the scenes, but he said, I don't know whether I can drop it or not. But he said there was more stuff happening that night after that brawl off camera.
Volk dropped the T.
And he was so close to dropping it. He went, is that? I don't think I can even give you the information. He said, I'm really sorry to even mention it. He was like, he was going to drop names, times, dates. But I think it must have been, he was like, I'm going to get people in trouble here.
Yeah.
And he shut up. So there was more, apparently, backstage.
Manchester was a vibe, man.
Manchester was crazy.
Kicking off.
Manchester was nuts.
There was one in the Fighter Hotel between MVP. Did you see that?
No.
MVP and some other guy, I've forgotten his name now, and Volk was in the middle of it. This guy was going for MVP. Volk tried to take him down to stop it. Completely just fumbled it. And then we're just standing there in the middle, just like, this guy was going for MVP. I'm sorry, we'll put it up. It was interesting.
Great. What else have I seen? So today, Henry Cejudo training with Mackenzie Dern.
Okay.
But I think his words to her, I'm going to use your bum as the leverage. So as he's using takedowns, both his bum, his arms are cradling in the arm. But he's giving her the heads up that he's going to use that as the leverage to take her down.
Yeah.
Smart guy, Tracy. Smart guy.
And baby mama's at home.
I'm going to use that bunda. Bunda welcome. 12 o'clock. That will be, when you throw the hands connect at the bottom. You know, I've secured the takedown.
Henry Cejudo.
Then Dustin Diamond, I think, when was this? So he's just posted, I think on X or Twitter, whatever it is, I want to fight. Bilal's replied, let's go jump Kobe. And they just laughed together. So Dustin is beatable, I want to fight. Bilal like, let's both go jump Kobe.
Man, dude. Kobe a meme at this point, like.
So too funny. Kobe's also been piping up now because he thinks he can put himself back into the picture. Saying like that, disrespectful things about Bilal. Of course, he's going to cross that line. I think Bilal is best just to stay away because I don't get sucked into that. Exactly. But back on Bilal, my gosh, you see, why weren't we there? What's wrong? He literally did a victory parade in Manchester.
He said the city,
and there was a turnout.
He said the city.
Oh my gosh, it was big.
It was big. It was bigger than the Kamsat. It was bigger than the Kamsat ones that we've seen.
It was big.
Wow.
It was big. Like Manchester showed up.
Fair play.
And again, he said it. He said, "I got more fans than you in Manchester." Yeah, he did say it in the build to the fight, and then they laughed at him, and I was like,
and in the press conference when they were saying it, they were laughing. They said, "Oh, after the fight, you'll see."
Yeah,
after the fight, we saw. My word.
Absolutely turned up. So
yeah, we should have been there. Rush hour.
Yeah, local as well. And we could have got a really good curry in the process. That's what it's known for, the curry mile. So we're not being mean or stereotyping about Wash Home for the best curries in the Northwest. You just literally the curry mile. It says it all. It is absolutely spectacular. We missed out there. Indeed. What other bits and bobs we got? Because it's all going off.
It's all kicking off now. What have I been seeing?
Stipe John Jones still hasn't actually been confirmed, which we've heard. Even though everyone's saying Madison Square Garden's November, there's been no contracts. And
Steve hasn't been seen.
Steve hasn't been seen.
He's not
why would he? He's a fireman. Yeah. You can't see me. That's the smoke. John Cena. No, Stipe. So yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Although we are still months away, so
it's true. But we're getting closer to the end of the year, you know. Yeah. August is already.
It is crazy.
Like.
That is it. What else? Any developments on Max and Ilya? Have we heard anything yet?
Oh, well, apparently Ilya's saying that they finally made him sign the contract. I've still not seen any contract being signed, but Dana said that, that fight's happening. I don't know where it's happening, though. Yeah,
I think someone questioned Max, and he was like, it's definitely not Utah, because apparently someone was saying Utah, and Max was like, no, it's not going to be in Utah. So I don't know what card is scheduled for Utah, but Max, that's the only thing I heard confirmation of. It won't be in Utah. It won't be the Spear either.
Yeah, because obviously that's been confirmed.
That's confirmed.
Mexican Independence Day.
Yep.
We have Sugar Sean O'Malley
and Marab. Sugar and Marab, a.k.a. Leon and Bilal, part 2.
No, I think this is when we're going to go head-to-head on this one. Because I've been telling, man, don't be sleeping on Sean.
Oh, gosh.
When you see Sean did that to your brother like Mr. Backpack, I'm telling you, Marab's getting slept. I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear nobody speak
brother.
Nothing on Sugar.
Okay, brother. Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Don't get me started, please.
Georgia power, brother. It's Georgia's time, baby.
I'm sorry. I'm all for Georgia, but it's not. It's not this year.
What else are we waiting for, confirmation-wise or bits and bobs-wise?
That's it. Middleweight now, lightweight, featherweight. That's featherweight. That's bantamweight.
What's going on with the women's divisions? What's going on? Any women action in terms of belts?
What's her name? Oh, Grasso.
Oh, Spear.
3's at the Spear.
That's at the Spear. Yeah.
The one above that, Raquel Pennington. I think are they going to make Raquel Pennington and the Vixen?
Oh, Vixen was in Manchester last week.
She was.
She was there all week, fully supporting her boy Bilal.
Yeah.
That was great to see.
Wow. I think there's been some new UK prospects that are on the verge or have signed for the UFC. This weekend, obviously, we know we're not going to speak about it because it's quite soon. But Jordan Vucenic, he's from Cage Warriors. I think he's fighting in, I think it's Abu Dhabi. If not, then it's one of the fight nights after that.
Okay.
What's his name? Our boy Adam Bramhold.
Yes.
Dana White's Contender Series coming up soon.
Yeah.
Should be there. Apparently as well in Next Gen, I think Luke Riley has got the call up. Again, I don't know if it's for the Contender Series or if it's actually just for the UFC. So
Big things happening.
Indeed, big things in the UK.
Oh, so I just found the video. Your butt is going to be my grip. So Henry Cejudo to Mackenzie doing it in training.
Just
letting her know that when he goes for the takedown, her back off.
It's gonna be.
It's his shelf. Your butt is going to be my grip.
There's some positions in MMA that are advantageous positions. You know?
Oh, no, yeah, that's good. Bigger on the meme, yeah. When my non-jiu-jitsu friends overhear me talking, I mounted him. He started to gag, so I thought it was deep, but he took my back instead and finished me. What did I say? What did I say?
What did I say? Innocent as anything.
What did I say?
Jits, brother. It's jits.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, I think that's us done.
That's it.
That's the 305 review show, preview show. My apologies. And yeah, I probably will make my pick closer to time for that main event, but made a couple of picks in between.
Indeed.
Yeah, glad to see Izzy back.
Yes.
Hope the hunger's still there. Hope we see big prime Izzy ready to piece up Dricus. I would love to see Dricus pieced up. But I don't want to go with my heart. I'm not making a pick. I would love to see Dricus just pieced up.
Okay, this is what I want.
I want to see.
Bring this out.
I want to see him pieced up, like absolutely sliced open. I want to see blood. I want to see Dricus like legs decapitated, absolutely struggling. I want to see Izzy like back to his kickboxing best. I want to see the power. If he's put that weight on, I want to. If he's been on the cycle, I don't care. As long as he's got the power and the drug test it passes. Whatever. Do what you need to do. At all costs necessary. This is the Nigerian coming out of me. But I want to make sure that he's camp. He's serious.
Yes,
he's serious. That he's on it. And yeah, none of this, we love Izzy. I love the show you put on and with the walkouts and stuff. This time, just keep it Mike Tyson-esque. Just walk out with a white towel over your head, meaning business. No entertainment. Because although, I'm not going to lie, the last time he fought, I think in that arena, he did the dance. With his street. Oh, that was sick.
That was sick, yeah.
If you want to do a bit of that, then walk like Tyson. Then mean business. Yeah. I'm just conflicted. Yeah, so I'm not making my pick, but I'm backing Izzy.
Izzy, do your thing from the violence down under.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, wow.
But yes, King's Court MMA. That was your 305 preview. Bit of bits, bit of bobs.
Yes.
I'm your guy Obasogi.
I'm your guy Mardy.
Over and out.
Peace.